So on kind of that kind of topic, do you, as a business yourself, do you find it difficult to engage with other local businesses, or how do you normally kind of go about it?
We we do as much as we can with what is effectively too small a staff base. Um, so we certainly need to be engaging more with local business and and getting them to understand what it is that we're about. I think we were just on the threshold of that
Yeah.
pre-COVID in terms of settling the business down, in terms of the new part being the arena and all of the different events that, um, you know, rather luckily we've had an unbelievable run since we opened in terms of all of the different types of events that we've held at the venue since it opened. You know, that prior to opening, we didn't have a long list of events ready to go. We were apart from Eagles home games and the sports delivery that we knew we were going to be delivering. So we've been juggling balls. We, as you said, to be able to better communicate with the community what that second part of the business does, which is the foundation's community outreach work, which we've been doing for 20 years now. The club you play for, we set up in, I'm going to say 2000, when Benfield Centre for Sport was built, the gym on the front and the two courts at the back. That was our first club. It was the first club we set up. You fast forward to today, and there's over 30 sites that we operate clubs and sessions out of across Tyne and Wear and South East Northumberland. Why do we do that? We had to help to try and build an infrastructure for junior basketball, because you go back to when I took the club over, it really didn't exist in the Northeast. There were one or two individuals doing lots of great work. One of them moved away, so there was just the same infrastructure that you have in rugby and football and cricket. You didn't see in basketball. So, and actually nationally you don't see it. So, but we felt for the club to survive long term and to build a real playing market for the sport of any size, we needed to engage. So my first employee wasn't a marketing manager or a business development manager. It was a basketball development officer. That was where the first investment of money.
Is that great? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to build a market that was particular to our product. So
I joke. Graham's my old coach. I played with Graham. It was just a separate anyway.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that like I've offered in the past, and especially now, obviously we'll get busy doing stuff, but I think, I'll definitely help with anyway I can. Just, it's how, like, when I do, we're both marketers in many ways, and I'm by training an engineer, but I'm passionate about the subject. And when you're trying to sell or promote any business, you always want an element of brand building, culture, vision, values, what you're about, what's at your core, and you have that with the foundation. And then you match that with commercial things like ticket sales. And again, but the business model I think you have, if you want to call it that, I think is very, very, very good. It takes years to kind of build. And then pre-COVID, but still now, I especially with the arena, I can see really good things happening over the next kind of 2, 3, 5 years. Just, imagine the difference when you get, say maybe a big name sponsor, you get all the car park revenue, you get concerts there, you get weddings there, and just constant cash generation. Because again, as you said before, what that can do to then benefit the team and the players you can recruit and how you can operate and the merchandise and if I was you, I'd be really excited, which I'm sure you are. But actually, just from a business opportunity point of view, and
actually the model is, you say how the building can help the team. The way we actually look at it is the building, because it's in the foundation, the building is helping the foundation to grow the sport.
Yep.
Growing the sport will help the team. Yeah. So what comes first is growing the sport and engaging more young people to play the sport from all backgrounds, we've actually prioritised the whole 20 years working in deprived communities and state schools. That's what our sport does. From the chap from the YMCA that invented the sport in the first place to today, it remains the same. That's the culture of the sport in the States and across Europe. That's where we are, and particularly pertinent talking now about it. So for that, it's absolutely exciting. And the interesting thing is, even though we're in this period where we're in lockdown and the building's closed, we're talking up lots of new events that we're booking in for the venue for next year. Lots of new things as well, things that we haven't done already, and some really high-profile events that show that we've moved on a stage again. So, plenty to look forward to.
Awesome.